Welcome students. Today I will discuss the third part of AC circuit, and in the first part I have discussed about pure resistor, pure capacitor, pure inductor, and in the second part I have combined them LR, CR and LCR, and in the third part I will discuss about LCR, resonance, acceptor circuit, rejector circuit, all these. So before going to the new part, first I am giving some idea of the part whatever I have discussed till now. Okay, so first only R, then only L, then C, then LR, then CR, then LCR. So these are the circuits, because the chapter name is AC circuits. So these are the circuits which are made with the components of made of AC components. So here R means this, only R. So here E equal to E0 sin omega t, then I equal to I0 sin omega t. So E and I remains in phase, and average power is ERMS into IRMS into IRMS. So this is only R. Now coming to only L. L is this. AC is supplied. Then E equal to E0 sin omega t. Here I equal to I0. I0 means X0 by E0 by XL and cos omega t with negative sign. So XL equal to L omega, which is known as inductive reactance. And here E and I remains 90-degree lag. Okay, and average power is 0. Now coming to C, here C, AC is supplied, here also AC is supplied. If E equal to E0 sin omega t, then I equal to E0 by XC cos omega t, and XC equal to 1 by C omega, which is known as capacitive reactance. And here E and I leads by 90 degree. Now I am combining them. This is L and R both present here. AC circuit. So here I equal to I0 sin omega t, then E equal to E0 sin of omega t plus theta, and this is I0R, this is I0XL, I0 XL, and this is I0 Z. This theta, Z is called impedance. Impedance means XL square plus R square. And tan theta equal to XL by R. And power, average power is ERMS, IRMS into cos theta, where cos theta equal to R by Z. Z is the impedance. Impedance is this. Now coming to CR. In CR, this is C and R. Okay. I equal to I0 sin omega t, and here E equal to E0 sin of omega t minus theta. So here I0R, I0XC, this is I0 Z, and this angle is the phase difference. And Z is the impedance equal to root over XC square plus R square, and tan theta phase difference, tan theta equal to XC by R, and power factor, average power ERMS, IRMS into cos theta. So cos theta is known as power factor, and cos theta equal to R by Z. Okay. Now LCR. In LCR, L inductor, C and R, LCR. This is series. Then phasor diagram will be like this. This is I0 XL, I0 XC, I0 R, and this will be I0 XL minus XC, and this is I0 Z, and this is theta. So tan theta equal to XL minus XC by R, and we have power factor cos theta equal to R by Z. So these are the basic elements related with LCR circuit. Now I am concentrating on a resonance condition. So we can keep in mind in the format of chart whatever I have discussed here. In this chart we can keep in mind very easy. Now in LCR circuit, this is L, C and R. This is the power supply, L, C, R. We have seen that this is I naught XL or this is I naught XC. Here is I naught R, and the resultant is I naught XL minus XC, and this is the value I naught Z. Where Z is the impedance factor, XL minus XC square plus R square, and this angle is theta, and tan theta equal to XL minus XC by R. So in this circuit the current I equal to E naught by Z, that is E naught by root over XL minus XC square plus R square. Now we can apply one condition to get maximum current in the circuit. What is that condition? That XL equal to XC. Then I becomes maximum and I max equal to E naught by R. Because this inductance and capacitance, they will cancel each other. So the total resistance becomes minimum. That's why the currents become maximum. So that graph we can plot here, that I, this is omega, and we will get this kind of graph here. This is omega naught, which is resonance frequency. So for a particular frequency, the phase of inductance and capacitance will cancel each other. That frequency is known as resonant frequency. And how we can find out the resonant frequency? XL equal to XC. This is the condition, omega naught L 1 by C omega naught, or omega naught square equal to 1 by LC, or omega naught equal to 1 by root of LC. So frequency F naught equal to omega by 2 pi, omega naught by 2 pi, so 1 by 12 into root over 1 by root of LC. So this is known as the resonant frequency, and when this frequency of AC is supplied, then the phase of inductance and capacitance will cancel each other. Then the current in the circuit becomes maximum. Okay? So this is resonance condition. And in resonance condition, if we find the ratio of potential drop across inductor or capacitor to the potential across resistor is known as Q factor or quality factor. So Q factor is what? Q factor equal to VL or VC by VR. So in resonance condition, the voltage across inductor or capacitor by voltage across resistance. So here we can put here I naught XL, I naught R, that is omega naught L by R. So L by R, omega naught is 1 by root of LC, then we can write 1 by R over L by C. So Q factor contains that value of resistance, inductance and capacitance. So this is applicable in the case of resonance circuit only. Now if we connect these three components in parallel, then what will happen? In resonance circuit, the current is maximum, so we can say that this is called acceptor circuit. So resonance condition, the circuit may be said that it is acceptor circuit. Okay. Now rejector circuit also we can establish by connecting the components in parallel combination. Okay. So I am connecting these in parallel. This is AC source, here that resistor, one capacitor and one inductor. Capacitor, inductor, resistor. And let separate even E equal to E naught sine omega t. Then what is the current through inductor, through resistor? That is E naught by R sin omega t, because they are that EMF and current remains in same phase. I have discussed at the first point. Now inductor, current through inductor E naught by XL cos omega t, we know that phase lag, so minus. And I through capacitor is E naught by XC cos omega t. So in parallel combination we know that I equal to IR IL plus IC, because current will divide. Then I equal to, we are getting here E naught 1 by R sin omega t plus 1 by XC minus 1 by XL cos omega t. Now I am considering 1 by R equal to 1 by Z cos theta and 1 by XC minus 1 by XL equal to 1 by Z sin theta. I am considering that. So what will be the result? I equal to E0 by Z I am taking out. Then here sin omega t cos theta plus cos omega t sin theta. So here is E naught by Z sin of omega t plus theta. So we can find out the value of Z, whatever I have considered as unknown, in this way, that 1 by Z square sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to, here it is coming 1 by XC minus 1 by XL square plus 1 by R square. So 1 by Z equal to 1 by XC minus 1 by XL square plus 1 by R square. So this 1 by Z term is called impedance, and this 1 by Z is called admittance. Okay, so by dimensional homogeneity we can say that current I equal to E naught by Z, and what is the value of 1 by Z? This is given here. Okay, which is known as admittance. Now if we find here XC equal to XR, then current becomes minimum in the circuit, which is known as the rejector circuit. But that time regular circuit XL equal to XC, current becomes maximum, I become maximum. So acceptor. Here when XL equal to XC, it become minimum. That's why it is known as rejector circuit. Okay, so this is the system where the resistances are connected in the components are connected in parallel combination. Actually these are also resistance, so you can say that also, but it's better the components are connected in parallel combination. Now LC oscillation, right? A charge capacitor is present here which is connected to the inductor. This is charge, so all the energy remains in the form of electrical energy. Capacitor, that is it. So here only electric potential energy is stored, and here current is 0, so there is no difference. Now after some time we will discharge through this inductor, then we will get less energy, and here the magnetic energy will increase. Okay, magnetic flux will increase, and again after some time we get is totally discharged, and here the magnetic field becomes maximum. So you see, first it was electric energy only, and after some time electric energy decreases, magnetic energy increases, and again after some time we get total energy is converted to the magnetic energy. And again the same procedure will happen, then magnetic energy will decrease, it will store at electrical energy, and gradually the process will go on. If there is no resistance, in the circuit then, but if resistance present there, we know that some heat will produce always, so every time the energy will decrease and gradually decrease, so again sometime it will be stopped. Now how we can find out the frequency of this oscillation? Electric energy to magnetic energy, magnetic energy to electric. So what is the EMF equation? That is A di dt plus q by c equal to 0. This is nothing but the Kirchhoff's laws. And L, so that ddt of I we can write dq dt plus 1 by LC q equal to 0, and dq d2 t dt2 plus 1 by LC q equal to 0, and this is comparable with equation d2x dt2 plus omega square x equal to 0, which is the equation of SHM. So here also that SHM is going on between electric energy and magnetic energy. Then we can say that omega square equal to LC and omega equal to 1 by root of LC, and frequency equal to omega by 2 pi. So this is the oscillation of magnetic energy and electric energy. Now coming to the next point. Transformer. Transformer is a device through which we can transfer AC voltage from one coil to another coil with the help of magnetic energy. So transformer is a device with which we can transfer AC voltage from one coil to another coil through magnetic energy, and may be magnified or less magnified. That depends on the number of turns present here. So here transformer is made of with a soft iron core, and the core is not a solid one. Here we have many plates, okay, laminated plates, obviously laminated plates, and the laminated plates always decreases the eddy current, means heating loss will decrease. So here these many laminated plates present here. Now here we have one coil which is primary coil, number of turns present NP. Here the number of turns is more. So this is output voltage, output. Here it is input, and this is secondary coil, and number of turns present here N secondary. So as AC voltage is supplied here, so the flux generated by the primary coil will change instantaneously. Always it will change, because we know that E equal to E0 sin omega t. So it varies with time, that EMF. So the flux also varies with time, and this variable flux will go through this core, soft iron core, and in secondary coil it will induce the EMF. So here we can say that E primary equal to N primary d phi dt. And here we can say that E secondary equal to N secondary into d phi dt. So E primary by E secondary equal to N primary by N secondary. Now what is the efficiency of the device? Efficiency, we know that eta equal to output power by power input. Output power means E secondary, I secondary, E primary, I primary. So here if we find that eta equal to 100%, but it is not possible because some energy will be lost due to heating effect or hysteresis in the process of hysteresis. So if we consider for an ideal transformer 100%, then we are getting here ES equal to EP or IS by IP equal to EP by ES, okay, that is NP by TS. So this relation can be applied in the case of ideal transformer. So this is the computation of AC circuits. Practice and try to solve numericals. Thank you.